Have you ever thought about how much toilet paper you use in a year? It might surprise you to learn that the average person in America uses over 100 rolls annually. Multiply that by billions of people around the world, and the toilet paper industry is worth an incredible $100 billion every year. That's right, billions spent on something we hardly ever think about. But what's even more surprising is the intricate, high-tech process behind making it. From advanced machinery to recycling efforts, there's a lot more to toilet paper than meets the eye. Stick around as we take you step by step through how toilet paper is made, from the forest to the roll you reach for every day. You won't believe how complex the journey really is. And before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more fascinating looks into how everyday products are made. The first step. It all begins in the forest, where powerful machines called timber harvesters come into play. These machines are massive, weighing as much as 18 tons, about the same as 12 average cars. They can cut down a tree, strip its branches, and slice the trunk into smaller pieces, all in under a minute. But not every tree is cut down for toilet paper. The industry specifically uses what's known as bad wood, trees that are crooked, damaged, or not ideal for furniture or construction. This selective harvesting makes sure that high-quality wood is saved for better uses, while still making use of trees that would otherwise be left behind. Harvesting bad wood is also an environmentally conscious choice, as it reduces waste and ensures that even imperfect trees are put to good use, transforming wood into chips. After the trees are harvested, the next step is transforming the wood into chips at a processing facility. First, the logs go through a debarking process where their rough outer layer is removed. This is important because it ensures the clean wood underneath is free from dirt and impurities that could affect the paper-making process. Once debarked, the logs are thoroughly washed to remove any remaining dirt, stones, or sand. But it doesn't stop there. These logs also pass through metal detectors to catch any stray nails, screws, or other metallic objects that could damage the machinery down the line. After this careful preparation, the logs are ready to be chipped. A wood chipper breaks them down into uniform pieces, which are then stored in giant piles, waiting to be processed into pulp. From chips to pulp. The wood chips now head to the next stage of the process, turning them into pulp. This is done in large tanks called digesters, where the wood chips are cooked for up to 3 hours. During this process, most of the moisture in the wood evaporates, leaving behind a thick, pulp-like mixture made up of cellulose fibers, lignin, which holds the fibers together, and other natural substances. From each batch of wood chips, about 15 tons of usable pulp are produced, which will later be turned into toilet paper. This pulp is the building block of all paper products and plays a crucial role in the final product's texture and quality. The role of recycling in toilet paper production. Not all toilet paper is made from fresh wood. A significant portion comes from recycled paper, which undergoes a separate but equally complex process. First, the recycled paper is sorted using machines that automatically separate usable paper from non-recyclable materials like plastic, cardboard, and other junk. This is done using sensors and blasts of air to push out unwanted debris. After sorting, the recycled paper goes through 14 different cleaning stations, where it's washed and de-inked to remove any remaining ink or impurities. While this might sound like a lot of work, using recycled paper is actually more environmentally friendly than relying entirely on fresh wood. After being thoroughly cleaned, the recycled paper is mixed with wood pulp to create high-quality toilet paper that's both soft and strong. The paper-making process. Once the pulp is ready, it's time to turn it into paper. This happens in a huge machine that's over 120 meters long, about the length of a football field. First, the pulp is spread out onto a large mesh screen, where the water begins to drain away, leaving behind a layer of fibers. Vacuum boxes and drainage elements help control how much water is removed and how thick the paper will be. The pulp is then passed through press rolls, which squeeze out even more water, making the paper denser. At this point, the paper is known as a wet web and still contains a significant amount of moisture. It's then guided through heated rollers, which evaporate the remaining water, leaving behind a continuous sheet of dry paper. Finishing touches. The paper isn't quite ready yet. It still has creases and rough patches, so it goes through a process called creeping, which smooths and softens it. This is done by scraping the paper off a heated cylinder, known as a Yankee dryer with a metal blade. Creping not only makes the paper softer and more flexible, but it also gives toilet paper its familiar wrinkled texture. However, this process also makes the paper a bit weaker, which is why it disintegrates easily when wet. Rolling and cutting. The final step is turning the large sheets of paper into the small rolls we all use. The paper is wound onto enormous reels that can weigh up to 5 tons. These reels are then fed into a toilet paper roller machine, which combines multiple layers to create either 2-ply or 3-ply toilet paper, depending on the brand. Before it's cut into rolls, the paper may be embossed with patterns that not only give it a decorative touch, but also make it feel softer and thicker. Finally, the paper is rolled onto cardboard tubes, cut into smaller rolls, and packaged for sale. Quality control. Before toilet paper hits the shelves, it goes through strict quality control tests. Manufacturers check for factors like stretch, softness, strength, and moisture content to make sure every roll meets high standards. Even the chemicals used during the pulping process and the temperatures of the machines are closely monitored to ensure consistency. This attention to detail guarantees that you're always getting a product that's soft, reliable, and ready for everyday use. And there you have it, the journey of toilet paper from tree to roll. Next time you reach for a roll, you'll have a whole new appreciation for the intricate process behind this everyday item. If you enjoyed learning about how toilet paper is made, don't forget to subscribe for more fascinating insights into the production of everyday products. Thanks for watching.